Once again, another woman comes on this app to tell us about how the Tradwife route is literally a trap. The Tradwife route is a trap, ladies. Wake up, you're under spells.
Over the past few years, the internet has become fascinated with something called the Tradwife lifestyle. Perfect homes, homemade bread, matching dresses, a woman smiling while taking care of the house while her husband provides everything financially. But behind the soft music and vintage aesthetic, many women online are starting to ask a serious question. What happens if the husband leaves? What happens if he loses his job? And what happens when a woman who stepped away from her career suddenly has to start over from nothing? Today we're taking a look at what people are now calling the Tradwife to poverty pipeline, and why a growing number of women say this lifestyle can become financially dangerous. If you enjoy commentary and trending topics like this, make sure you like the video, subscribe, and join the conversation in the comments.
So this woman came online and she gave a story time on how she met her now ex-husband in undergrad, right? She had aspirations to go to law school, so did he. Well, he said that they can't afford law school for two people, so he's going to go to law school and she's going to stay at home like the good wife she needs to be. So what did she do? She stayed at home and she forgoed going to law school and raised his children and built this man up into a lawyer. And she let us know that the reason why she went with this is because she comes from a background, like a lot of you, where it is basically pushed in your head that your duty as a woman is to be a wife and stay at home. So she agrees to this lifestyle, the Tradwife lifestyle that a lot of you strive so hard for. Or
in the next video, an ex-Tradwife talks about divorcing her husband.
So much for the trad life. Here I am. Bit me in the butt. I'm alone right now waiting for my daughter in dance. I just wanted to share a few things about what's going on and how I feel about it. And it's kind of going to be a little bit like my therapy. I started doing the paperwork, the divorce papers myself, and it made him upset. And so almost immediately he cut down what he was sending me. So now I can pretty much only pay my rent and my utilities, if even that. And he wanted me to put down in the papers, he wanted me to put 50-50 and that I would get $0. But he just needed to figure out how much he thinks is fair to pay me. The problem is that I have the kids 100% of the time because he lives in a different state. I've already given up almost 20 years of my life to raising the kids. The agreement when we got married was always that he would work and I would stay home with the kids. But I do feel like that is the way how families should be. You should have one person working and one person watching the kids, because you don't get paid to watch the kids, but it is a job. I feel like I'm a pretty good mom, and I really do care about my kids, and it takes a lot just to, even if I did just do the basic things of cooking, cleaning, driving to and from where they need to go, that you'd pay somebody to do that. It's unfair. I've done 20 years. The thing is I haven't even just been doing that. I have been bringing income in. I have always had something on the side that I purposely been able to do while I'm at home with the kids. That was always to help out with the bills, because he was always complaining about how just everything, complaining about he's always had a hard time paying bills, but he's also never really kept on a job. He never finished school, even though I begged him so many times to go back to school. He's really good at computer stuff and to go back and do that. And he never did. But weird, 20 years later, now all of a sudden that's what he's doing. He's got to go back to school to make a better future for him and the kids, he says. Why he couldn't do it when we were together, I don't know. And sometimes I get like so bothered with myself that I put up with it for so long. And also bothered that I married such a loser. I know that sounds horrible to say, but like, it's a little bit embarrassing that I allowed it to go on for so long.
The term Tradwife stands for traditional wife. On social media, the Tradwife aesthetic often looks very peaceful and beautiful. You see women baking bread, gardening, cooking from scratch, homeschooling their children, and living what appears to be a slower, more traditional lifestyle. For some women, this arrangement works well. I think a single income setup could really work for a couple if they are both doing okay financially and emotionally, and they have some kind of long-term plan in mind. It seems like that covers the basics. Critics point out, though, that the issue isn't really the way they live. It's more about how there's not always enough backup when it comes to money. That part feels risky sometimes, or at least it does to them. In the next video, a woman encourages tradwives to take steps to protect themselves financially.
what happened to me. So I'm just telling every one of you, if you are a stay-at-home parent, don't do it. Or if you are, make sure that you get paid a salary by your ex, put into an account for you. Because I'm telling you right now, they will just up in one day, 17 years later, decide that they don't want to do anything anymore. After you supported their career and you supported their dreams and hobbies, one day they might just wake up and say, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. And then you're homeless, single parent, just trying to survive. I no longer have insurance on this house. This house isn't even mine. Both of my parents died in the last year, and I've been staying in their house. Like, the electric bill's not even in my name. I had to go this morning and pay the past due bill so they wouldn't cut it off. I work on the weekends. I work through the week. I am not making enough money. I am trying. I'm disabled. I was a stay-at-home mom for 14 years. I haven't had a job interview outside of the home in 20 years. I am literally doing my best. I am drowning in debt, in depression, in trauma. My ex sends me abusive texts when I try to ask for anything to be done about the child support for them to parent. There will never be consequences for them ruining my credit because they don't pay what is court ordered. There just never will be, because it's not fair, and lots of women go through this, and it's disgusting and sick, and something should be done.
I'm going to end this video with some reactions, but I want to know what you think about the Tradwife lifestyle in the comments below. And as always, be sure to like this video and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care.